So this week we're in St. Pete, we're at the Exchange Hotel. It's badass, you're gonna dig it. Come on, let's go do this. All right, so we are here with the chef, Andrew Silas. We are at the Exchange Hotel in downtown St. Pete. Chef, thanks for having us out.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Of course. So you kind of know how this goes. We're doing some rapid fire, some questions to kind of get the audience into your mind so you can talk about the property.
Gotcha.
Where do you get your inspiration to create dishes?
It's a tricky one. It's been like, I've had a very interesting and weird life, and I've had a lot of experiences. I took a couple anthropology classes in college. I'm just fascinated by people and like the movement of people across the globe and culture and society. So I'm always trying to pick up something new, a new technique from like another completely different set of skills that I've never learned before, Asian or, like Latin American or European or, whatever it is. I'm always just kind of trying to soak in whatever I can learn. I'm always reading cookbooks. So a lot of times, sometimes the menus I'm making are just based on what I'm reading at the point or what I'm interested in. Kind of like this one, I had a goal. I wanted it to be a certain thing, and then I injected a couple things that just were hot on my mind at the time. For instance, the bao buns and the crab dip.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into that shortly.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what makes a successful chef?
That's another tough one because I don't know if I'd consider myself a successful chef. I'm trying to be humble, but it's just hard to say. I've seen so many different chefs, and so many of them are different. You see a lot of the same types of chefs sometimes, and but they're kind of still like snowflakes. I think for me, a more successful team is led by someone who kind of leads with like compassion and empathy, and someone who, it's your team. I can get my team to do whatever I want, but I don't try to like belittle them for my own self-aggrandizement. I need them, I rely on them. And to me, that's the secret. I'm only as good as my worst cook. So as long as I can keep them happy and trained and learning, then we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the new modern, new way of kitchen life.
Yeah, no more throwing hot pans at your ankles and shouting,
I kind of miss that a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
It does make really, really good cooks into good chefs, but the times are changing, so.
True story.
People are a little bit more sensitive these days. It's a little harder to do.
What is your favorite dish on your menu?
Man. That's another tough one. All the dishes are so good. I probably have to go with the bao buns though. I think that's my favorite. We put a lot of time into it. That or the brown butter wings. I menu tested that recipe, I'm not even joking, 56 times. I've got 56 different pages in my notebook from what went right, what went wrong. So just from like the perspective of how much work I put into it, I do love that one.
You can certainly contact me for any menu testing whatsoever.
All right, you got it.
All right, so you're having a last minute pop-up, a pop-up party here at the hotel. They're asking you for something that's not on the menu. What are you putting together?
This is where it gets fun, because if it was me, I'd of course want to talk to them and find out what kind of event it is. But I would want to do something unusual and something that's not something you can just get anywhere else. I don't know, but then of course I would also have to go through my cooler and just see what we have. I do like a lot of the mystery basket style, what's in the pantry. So it could just be about anything, but I want to go with something classic. I want to go with something that is approachable, and I want to make it the best that they've ever had it.
That is the best but generic answer
that
I have ever heard. What? Okay, but you know what? I'm not mad at you.
Chicken adobo empanadas. It's always in the back of the burner, okay?
There you go.
Super easy, super simple.
I got the answer. All right. Chef, what makes a successful, in today's world, what makes a successful shift?
Volume, you know, it's easy to lose sight of what we're here for. You work in plenty of places and you've seen plenty of kitchens where a ticket comes in, the cooks get all mad. And it's like, what did you think you're gonna be doing tonight, you know? But it's hospitality. So the first thing you gotta have is customers who are interested and wanna come in, they wanna eat your food. Then you have to have staff who are accountable and dedicated and will show up and will be ready to show off what they've learned. And I think a good shift just includes all of these. It includes a team that's on top of it, a bunch of customers ready to eat, a bunch of cooks ready to cook for them, a bunch of servers ready to serve them. And if you can make a decent amount of money at the end of the night and everybody's happy and everybody's eating the best food that they've had in a long time, that's a successful shift for me.
What makes the Exchange Hotel the place to be in St. Pete?
Location, 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 baby, that's it. We are, I mean, also me, I'm the life of the party, and if you interact with me, you're going to enjoy it, but we couldn't be in a better spot. I mean, we have the pier 2 to 3 blocks that way, surrounded by museums. We're in the heart of downtown St. Pete, just a couple blocks above Central, you know, where it meets the water. You could walk anywhere you want to. You could spend 4 days here and see not even all of St. Pete, but still have a packed trip. I just don't think it could be better than that. This is the heart of it.
Chef, thanks for having us out. Appreciate you doing the interview. Let's get in the kitchen. I can't wait to see what's cooking.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Don Pablo, Coffee Growers and Roasters.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
How you doing this afternoon? My name's Jordan Dillard, bartender over at this Exchange Hotel. Today I'm going to make 2 cocktails for you. The first one I'm going to make here would be our Prohibition Old Fashioned, featuring the 4 Roses Bourbon Small Batch. Got 2 ounces of your 4 Roses. I'm going to put that here to the side. Got some Peychaud bitters. Got to go 2 heavy dashes in there. Your Angostura bitters, 4 heavy dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We use a bit of Demerara syrup, about a 1/4 ounce. So we put a spoonful on there. All right. I take that out there. Get that all stirred in. So you take your whiskey. Get that all stirred, get that in there. Man, you always want to make sure you get a good stir. You always make sure you have your orange swath here ready. Got your glass ready. You have the lemon swath. Add a bit of citrus in there. It all poured over your ice. And there you have it. Prohibition Old Fashioned. All right, guys, Jordan Dillard here again, back Exchange Hotel with our second drink, made with American-made gin, Tinkerman's. Got a bit of apricot liqueur and cinnamon simple. This drink here be our Exchange Gimlet. You're gonna start here with your gin. Got your 2 ounces. Get it all poured in. 1/4 ounce of your cinnamon simple syrup. And 3/4 of lime juice. All right, get it all poured in. And here you have the Exchange Gimlet. You garnish it with the lime wheel. All right, guys, thank you for taking the time and going over these drinks with me. Like I said, we have the Prohibition Old Fashioned and the Exchange Gimlet available for you here at the Exchange Hotel. Very good drinks, very delicious. And the best part about it, when you're a bartender, you get the best ends.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Peninsula Food Service.
Chef, I am legit excited to eat right now. Tell us what you got.
Cool, thank you. I'm excited as well. I guess we'll start with the chicken. This is a special dish to me. We don't have fryers. It's not a traditional kitchen. We don't have a hood vent, so we have to be really careful with how we make food. We have a self-ventilating oven, and that's these oven-baked wings. It's all that. It's very prep intensive. It took me a long time to get these wings right, but it seems to be about 50-50 baking powder and potato starch to really get the crisp on there. We par bake them at first. We throw them in the Turbo Chef at the end, but the sauce is really the killer. I make a brown butter, and then right when the butter's brown, I put the garlic in there, and then it's the same garlic. Once it's done, I reserve it and sprinkle it on top.
All right, so we didn't talk. What's the dressing here? What do you got there?
So, I mean, it's not as complicated as you think, but it is like done from scratch. It is a house ranch dressing. It's starts off as nothing. It's not like it's just like a couple packets of stuff. This is just ranch that we make from scratch. Ranch seasoning made from scratch. On top, we just sprinkle a little farmhouse blue cheese. It's a 3-year aged blue cheese that we get.
Really, what you're getting is the best of both worlds. Because
Yeah.
I'm a ranch guy, but I do like blue cheese once in a while. But I think this is like the perfect marriage of the two.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I went with it. I wanted it to be simple but approachable, and everybody could enjoy it. If you don't want blue cheese, you don't put it on there.
100%.
But what's wrong with you? Get the blue cheese.
What's wrong with you? You're watching. What's wrong? Pizza. Let's talk about it.
Pizza. This was a complicated one. This one took us a little bit of back and forth talking about when we were doing some menu planning. The idea was that we do a flatbread, kind of used to what you see at all these places that aren't pizza places that have a flatbread.
I'm so glad you didn't do that.
I'm glad I didn't either. I got this dough, and it was such a good dough. I get it from a great bakery. That is one thing we don't make here, but it is so good. And once I got it and I tested it out, there's no way I could just do a regular flatbread. I had to do this. This is a classic New York pie. We hand toss it. The sauce is a New York sauce. It's tomato, it's honey. If you like sauce, this is the pizza for you. A lot of people tell me that if they like the sauce and that this isn't just like a lightly seasoned, lightly sauced pizza. This is about the sauce, the cheese. We get great ingredients. I am so glad I did this.
Well, so I'm glad you did it too, and I'm digging it. I do want to clarify for the audience, right? Like, those of you out there who are making restaurants, I'm talking about, you're making flatbreads that are awesome, and you know who you are, all about it. This is different, and it's needed. You know, it gives a little bit of something different out there.
Yeah.
But there's room for flatbread. There's room for New York style.
Yeah, so these bao buns I was really interested in bao buns at the time when I was making them. Been eating a lot of bao buns. I wanted to do one. It's coconut curry, short rib. So I've got some coconut milk. I've got a Thai red curry. I've got lemongrass in there. I braise it. I braise it for a good long time up until it hits an internal temperature of about 280 and all that connective tissue melts. And then I shred it. And we just kind of pour some of the braising liquid back into the beef and let it soak in the beef liquid that it just got cooked in. And then as far as the bao bun goes, of course, we steam the bao bun. It's a little rice flour bao bun. We do some shredded Napa cabbage, some shredded iceberg lettuce. I do some shaved cucumbers. I do some shredded carrots. And then I hit it with a little bit of my garlic honey miso sauce with a little bit of kimchi base in there for just a little extra kick. And then on top of that, I do the beef. I do these pickled onions. We do them all the time. We love them here. We got them on the meze plate, on the meze sandwich. And then a little bit of fresh cilantro at the end, a little bit of house-made eel sauce. It's not just a bottle of eel sauce. We make that here. And a little bit of pickled ginger on the side. What more could you want? You get 3 of those, heck of a deal.
Chef, tell me that again. No, don't do that. I'm kidding. That's off screen, off camera, funny story. But
Inside joke.
inside joke. Listen, Chef, everything fantastic.
Thanks.
Wings awesome. Pizza awesome. The short rib, you got to try it. Jordan at the bar is a badass. Y'all people
Super
out there,
badass.
come on in, do this. You need it. Chef, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.